street comes the friendly poet-philosopher Charles. Reach once again into the pages of his tattered manuscripts. Bring forth a poem of nostalgic memory. Something for all of us to listen to and to dream by. Here is Charles.
Hello. This poem is called Memory. The rain has turned to tears, and I've been terribly, agonizingly lonely these many years. And I've only had 2 beers.
Charles, please.
The night we kissed and said goodbye, my happiness took wings as if to fly. Make that water with that rye.
Charles, please stick to the poems in your dusty manuscript.
I took your hand in mine, our love to begin. That guilty feeling, that of innocent sin. Add just a dash of gin.
Oh, I'm afraid we can't go on, Charles, this way. Do you want to try it once more?
Let me try it just once more at the top.
From the beginning.
The rain has turned.
No, I'm afraid we'll have to call a halt to this, Charles. And until the next time he comes round the corner and up your block. Charles, your friendly poet-philosopher, says...
So long now.
Well, hi again, everybody. Time to play that great radio and TV fun game, Ladies Grab Your Seats. And now, your musical MC, Bobby D. Elliott.
Thank you, thanks for fooling, and hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Today's a very special day on Ladies Grab Your Seats because it's Guest Husbands Day. And we've asked our assistants to pick out a contestant here at our studio audience and to bring her and her husband here to our stage. And can you tell us who they'll be, Clayton Bud Goulding?
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Clayton Belmore.
Mr. and Mrs. Clayton Belmore. Let's bring them on up here, ushers, to play our game. Hello there, Miss Belmore. Where did they say you were from?
Alton, Illinois.
Alton, Illinois. What's that near?
Well, it's near Elgin.
Near Elgin, wonderful. And you know how we play our little radio television game here? It's kind of a musical chairs game.
Yes, I listen to it all the time.
What do you do, Mr. Belmore? What's your work?
Me, I'm a jockey.
And you race there in Illinois?
That's right, up and down.
What do you mean up and down?
Well, it's only a straight stretch. It's farm, and it's not thoroughbred.
Well, they're kind of racing just for the fun of it.
Kind of like plow horses, and it's more or less fun in the evening, Saturday night.
I'll bet it is. What do you do for hobbies out there, Ms. Belmore?
Well, I like to put up jelly and one thing another for my neighbors.
Haven't brought any with you here this morning for a sample, have you?
I wish I had.
I guess we don't have that kind of
luck. I
luck,
know
do we?
everyone who's ever tried my
Sure.
jelly has always said that they like
Uh-oh,
it.
there's the signal from Rosemary.
Like
All
it home,
meeting
I'll
it's
send
time.
you something.
Fine.
I'll do that.
We've had our signal meeting. It's game time, and we're all set to play. Ladies, grab your seats. Only in this case, it's the ladies and the gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Clayton Belmore from Illinois. Now, you know, we're going to play a little song, and every time the song stops, you have to take one of those chairs there. We'll start with 2 chairs, and we'll take one away each time. You understand?
Yes.
All right.
I got it, yeah.
Okay, let's go. Rosario, please. Careful now, Mr. Mrs. Belmore.
Be careful, you'll probably win a house full of furniture.
Watch out,
You're not a mobile ogre.
Yes.
the trick endings now.
Watch it now, be careful.
No, that wasn't it.
Why don't you dry it?
We're just trying to to be helpful.
Well, you're not helping me at all.
You both found a chair there. You both have a place, kind of a standoff or a sit-off, as it were. And so I think we'd better take one chair away, Clayton Bud Goulding. What do you
Right
think?
on, Bobby D. One chair.
Make the game a little bit more exciting, Mr. and Mrs. Belmore. Now, when the music starts, you go after that one chair this time for the big prize. All right, Rosa, if you will, please.
I'll be careful this time, Effie.
And you watch it yourself.
Music can stop any time, you know.
This may not be as long as the other selection. That's it, no bad.
No, listen to me. That's about it.
Why don't you be quiet, please? It's
That's it. Careful. I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Belmore. Would you get a towel, please? Mrs. Belmore is too bad. Unfortunate, it's rather warm weather here in New York, too. But we want you to have this electric pop-up toaster. Congratulations for having played our game. And there's our music and news. Our time is up. It's not all too fast. Hope you'll all be here again tomorrow on Ladies Magazine. Bye! Bye! We want you to have this pop-up toaster.
Oh, damn, the pop-up toaster.
Wonder if you can help me, Doc.
I'll be with you in just a second, fella. Why don't you sit down in the chair? Let me finish the sandwich. I'll be right over
What is
there.
that, salami?
Yeah.
Oh, this tooth has been killing me for a couple of days now.
Okay,
Pretty
let's
bad
see.
last night.
Let me get over here.
Okay, open up wide.
Uh-huh.
Hey, is that a cap you have?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And what do you got there?
Oh.
Looks like a chaise attachment, is it?
I don't know. Had it about 3 years.
Oh, wait a minute. That's my little pick. I'll just clean that off in my pants. Now, let's see again. Open up wide. Do you want to spend, I'm gonna have to drill here. Do you want to spend $5 for Novocaine, or would you rather
I
save
don't
it?
believe so.
I don't blame you, save the $5. It'll be over in just a few seconds. All right, open wide. Here we go. Okay, bridge your mouth.
I think next time I'll spend the $5 for an Novocaine. Now the late weather and sports brought to you by Frank and Irma's Dance Studio. First the weather, and here's Hester E. Moresby.
Hi, everybody. Well, wasn't today something? Well, let's not get into that. I'll have tomorrow's forecast right after a word from our sponsor.
Hi, this is Rudolph
And Irma.
of the Rudolph and Irma Dance Studios. And if you have a dollar bill
Any dollar bill.
that's green, it entitles you to one free dance lesson at Rudolph and Irma's Dance Studios, located at 5913 Harper Street, Auburn, Long Island.
And if you don't have a dollar bill.
Any Lincoln Head penny will do.
And if you don't happen to be one of the lucky holders of the Lincoln Head penny.
You can show us an empty change purse.
Or an empty wallet.
Still get a free dance lesson, provided you give us a verbal statement of intent that you plan to buy a wallet.
Or a change purse. And that address, once again, is
Rudolph and Irma's Dance Studios at 5913 Harper Street, Auburn, Long Island.
And here's tomorrow's forecast, windy. And now over to Biff Burns and sports up to now.
Thank you, Hester. I'll have the sports scores for you in just a moment after a word from our sponsor. Rudolph and Irma's Dance Studios at 5913 Harper Street, Auburn, Long Island, where you'll learn the breakaway fade, popularized by Henry Armstead, Wizard of the Waxed
Or
Floors.
perhaps you'll be taken by the conga longa, a combination of the conga
And the manga is taught by Perry Sanchez, the hero of the hardboards, at Rudolph and Irma's Dance Studios in Auburn, Long Island.
and for you older folk who prefer a less lively dance step, chat chat with us about learning the Creek.
A mild dance step made well known by that septuagenarian of slide, Amos Neeson.
And of course, there are the more popular steps you can learn.
Like the jockey trot.
And the hot coal hop.
And of course the very much in vogue cocktail dip.
As taught by Elsa Makewell, the siren of the surfaces.
All this at Rudolph and Irma's Dance Studios in Ivern, Long Island. Now for the scores. Ohio State. Our time is up. That's all the time for sports tonight. This is Biff Burns saying so long. Rudolph and Irma's Dance Studios in Ivern, Long Island.
Where you'll find dancing a pleasure.
On our deep pile rugs.
And tastefully furnished offices.
And don't forget to ask about our colored rotating chandelier.
Which throws a myriad of multicolored lights on each dancing student.
And for those of you who care for music while you're dancing, arrangements can be made for melodies to be played.
And be sure to ask about the chalk footprint method of dancing.
With footprints skillfully drawn by Lionel Wart, the Titan of taps.
All this at
Rudolph and Irma's Dance Studios, located at 5913 Harper Street, Ivern, Long Island. Oh, and will the soft shoe dancer who left his soft shoes at the studio please pick them up this week before they melt completely?
Yes, they're getting sticky. Oh, I'm sorry, Rudolph. Did you want to say that together with me?
It's all right,
Togetherness is important, though.
especially in the dance business.
That's
right.
Stay tuned now for The Late Show. Pigskin Partners with Marguerite Upjohn and the late Fleming Stewart.
We'll have the news and the correct time for you in about 10 minutes. But right now, I'd like to introduce Mr. Square Music himself, Barry Campbell, winner of the award for musical television show. And Barry, it's been nice to have you drop by here today. I want to ask you a few questions about yourself and about the brand of music you turn out.
Well, wonderful, and I want to thank you for the opportunity of coming on your program and letting all your great fans listen to my new album.
Now, this new album is entitled what, Barry?
It's called Barry Campbell Plays for the Debutante Cotillion Dance in Trenton, New Jersey.
And I understand that the entire album was recorded right on the spot. Is that right, Barry?
That's right, and well, you probably noticed, being a disc jockey yourself, the great rise in popularity of the type of music at balls and dances. It gives it a real huge room sound, and like people dancing, it's very
that
popular.
So? Well, maybe
I
that
thought you
will
knew
catch
that.
on. I
Uh-huh.
hadn't come across that as yet.
Uh-huh.
Do you run into any particular problems when you go on location to make a record? I mean,
Well, Barry, my billing, Mr. Square Music, is an awkward handle for me to cope with.
I should think it would be, yeah.
It leads to jibes from dancers as they go by the stand and all, but it's the kind of music I like.
Well, isn't it also, aren't you billed as Barry, Mr. Square Music Campbell, and his Makes You Go Home Humming the Melody Orchestra?
Well, that's another slogan of mine. You've got to be able to hum the tune.
That's what I thought.
I wouldn't be honest with myself if I played that other type of music, that roll, that rock
and roll.
whatever they call it.
You go strictly for the melody so that they can
Hum
hear
the
the
tune.
tune and remember it.
That's right. So I wonder if you could put the platter on your turntable now and give it a whirl.
Love to do that for you. Here is Barry, Mr. Square Music Campbell, and his orchestra. Music by Mr. Square Music himself, Barry Campbell, played on location at the Cotillion Ball in Trenton, New Jersey. Barry,
Hope you liked it, and
I heard a great deal of extraneous background noise there. It almost seemed as if there were a fight taking place at one point.
well, now
Does
everyone
that bother you
who's
when you're up in the stand?
everyone who's played that record has made the same comment.
Comes through pretty clearly.
And
One fellow didn't even seem to be playing with the orchestra. He seemed to be way out there with.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice that. He didn't know that it was a take, and it was a little lip practice for the clarinet player. He didn't know that we were really recording.
Really recording it, huh?
I'm sorry you caught that.
Well, I think everybody would catch that.
You do?
Yes.
Well,
Is this already released, or is it too late to bring it
no,
back?
and they're pressed and out now,
Oh, yeah.
and they're at your record store.
Well, lots of luck with it, Barry Campbell. And what are your plans for the future? Do you have other albums that you're?
Well, of
planning
course,
to
the
make?
orchestra, is broken up.
It's just disbanded, hasn't it?
Well, after we made this one recording at the debutante dance, Cotillion, the bus broke down, and consequently, we went out of business. I couldn't get around.
Well, that was at the beginning of the summer. I remember you were riding an ice cream wagon, selling ice cream on the streets.
That's right. Right after I disbanded the orchestra.
Did you find a lot of the kids recognized you from your music days, or?
No, not so much. And my popularity then depended on the weekly special.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the week I had coconut cherry, I think I was most popular.
Well, the burnt almond was pretty good too, wasn't it?
No, you would think so. But
Wasn't popular.
No, it wasn't as popular as I had hoped. Your chocolate chip, I had a nice week with that.
How about the pineapple?
No, there again, unfortunately, it didn't work out.
I guess vanilla will always be the
Vanilla
big
is
straw.
steady, but then you can have a feature for a week. There's no reason for anybody to stop you when you're featuring vanilla.
Yeah.
Cherry Jubilee, on the other hand, was another flop that I hadn't figured on. So it's been a long, hot summer, and I'm looking forward to a cold winter.
Well, I guess we've covered about everything we can, Barry Campbell, and
Well, again, thank you. It's always been not only my favorite program, but my
Your
favorite
second home,
station.
I imagine.
Right, and I
Okay.
feel like it's my second home, and I've always liked the way you've given the correct time in the news.
well, we'll be having that time in just a minute or two, and the folks, of course, have all been glad to hear this little chat with you. Your fans are here. I think they kind of consider you a native son in a way, although you weren't born here, were you?
Yes.
Oh, you were. We'll have the news and the correct time for you in about 10 minutes.
Well, glad to have you back at the old dentist's office. Sit down again, that's all.
early for my appointment, I think.
Yeah, well, open up wide. See, I'm gonna have to put a cap on that tooth right there.
Oh, okay.
Just open up wide. That cap is on to stay. I'll see you next Wednesday.
Tonight, we pay a visit to Mr. Forrest Princely, adventurer, author, historian, and present head of our library system. Mr. Princely lives in this quiet brownstone in New York's East 50s. Good evening, Forrest.
Good evening, Charles. Welcome to my humble abode.
Certainly a pleasure being with you.
Well, thank you.
I wonder if you would show us some of the treasures which have been given you in past years by various people.
Well, first of all, I'd like to get up and walk over here and show you this desk. That
Very beautiful.
former Governor McClintock of North Dakota presented to me 1911.
Mm-hmm.
Charles, this is Indian mahogany. Over here, I might, don't want to get tangled up in these cords. Over here is something that I prize. Being interested in library work, I have several rare editions.
We'd like to see those.
Here's the original Tom Swift, the original color. And I have some of it here, the Hardy Boys. Can you ever see that?
Yes, I think we can just make that out, Forrest. I was about to mention that as head of the library system, you certainly have been fortunate in having such a quiet residential home in which to live. Rather carries over your library feeling in a way.
Well, oddly enough, did you hear faintly some sort of noise?
Yes, I think we're picking something up there.
Oddly enough, the two apartments above me have been empty for the past 15 months, and unfortunately, this day, boy.
We can hear that very well for us now. You say someone is moving in upstairs.
Yes, they just, oddly enough, as I say, moved in today and tonight.
Rather disturbing. I suppose they knew you were going to be on the air tonight.
Well, it's hardly a secret. Your trucks are out in the street and there are lights all over the place.
Wires going up the front of the building, of course.
I just hope that this is not an omen of evenings to come. In other words, I hope it's going to be like this every night, Charles.
The plaster just fell on your left shoulder there.
Thank you. It doesn't seem to be that light modern furniture. It seems more heavy period pieces. Oh boy, I'm going to have to call him on the phone, Charles. You're going to have to cut this short. I'm getting just a little upset about it.
Thank you anyway, Forrest Princely, for showing us around your apartment. It's been a pleasure to visit with you.
Would you try to get those people upstairs on the phone for me, please? I'm sorry, what were you saying, Charles?
I simply said it's been a pleasure visiting with you, and good night.
Well, I'd like to show you before you go this picture I have here. This is a picture. Oh, that does it. I'm going to call him right now.
We've been visiting with Forrest Princely, head of our library system.